There she is. Absolutely freezing. I'm out of breath from not a very far push in the snow with this thing. Come on, I'm only 30. I should be in better shape than that. This year I've been doing some motorcycle collecting, and I've always had an interest in motorcycles. I always have an interest in their values, you know, as you can watch certain bikes get more popular, less popular, more expensive, less expensive. You know, there's so much that goes on in the economics of motorcycles. And also they're like artwork, man. I mean, what's cooler than a 72 Triumph Bonneville sitting in the garage, you know? Or, I mean, a car would be cool too, but these don't even take up much room. And in general, motorcycles really are not that expensive. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna go buy a 2025 Harley Davidson CVO, yeah, you could probably spend, I don't even know what they cost now, 50,000+ probably. But I mean, you can go get an old bike for sometimes hundreds of dollars, you know? So, yeah. But anyways, I had this in my barn. I've got a few others that I'm gonna bring out also. But as much as I like collecting them, they're just sitting out in the barn. It's starting to get cold. It's wintertime now. And I think I would rather get them into, some of them are running, some of them are been sitting a little while. So this one, for example, has been sitting for at least a few years, and there's still some gas in the tank. I can tell the carbs are leaking some fuel. So I'm just gonna try to get them going, spend some time bringing them back, get them going. And if I can find the right home for them, then maybe. But lately I've been buying and looking for bikes that I've always kind of really wanted. So I feel like it's different. I feel like it's different with bikes you actually like, you know. I got no problem with this thing sitting around. I just think it's so cool. But I'll give you a quick rundown on this thing. It's a 72 Triumph T120V. This is, now I'm not an expert on Triumphs, but the V is for 5-speed. This has oil in the frame, which I know is kind of a big change up. Some of them had oil in the frame, some of them didn't. But what I really liked about this bike, I don't know how desirable this is, but it was just in extremely original condition. Now, I'm not saying that this is a pristine showroom motorcycle, but I'm saying this thing is like very mildly tampered with, and even the tires have a date. The tire date is 1971, 72. So I think this has the original tires, and you can tell somebody did like a couple little things to it back in the day to try to make it cool, like put these, you know, twisted steel highway bars. It's got the little shorty pipes. I don't think those are factory bars, but other than that, I mean, the seat and the lights, all the caps, the seat, I mean, that's the original seat. And that's, I mean, it's really nice shape, you know. It's real presentable condition, especially with a clean. I haven't even really cleaned up this bike. I know it's gonna really shine. It's a cool bike. All right, guys, the next bike in the lineup, which doesn't need much work at all, but ultimately I need to find this bike a home. I need to find somebody that will really like this thing and take good care of it. I bought this from an older gentleman. He was probably 70 years old. He went through this entire bike. He new tires, rebuilt the carbs. I think he said he did the clutch, all the gaskets, the cables, brake cable, clutch cable. I mean, electric start works. It's a heck of a bike. It's a runner and a rider. I've had it at my house for a while. I'll take my son around on it in the yard, and occasionally it'll want to drop down to 1 cylinder. I don't know why that is, and then it pops back in. I don't know if there could be just a minor wiring problem, or I don't know. I would have to look into it further, but it's a really nice riding bike. I've taken it down the road 55, 60 miles an hour, and it's smooth, and it's in, I would say, in my opinion, it's in really good shape. You know, it's got a couple, like the tank has not even nicks, it's almost just kind of like wear on it, but the paint still got a decent shine on the tank. It's a presentable bike. It's no beater by any means. You know, it's not a showroom fully reconditioned bike, but it's an original solid condition 72 350. So I know Jared's gonna make fun of me for this. My man Jared, he's a fellow Honda, old big Honda guy, and he's gonna make fun of me for the sissy bar. But I don't know what it is about that thing. I get that the sissy bar is cheesy, but that's factory Honda OEM sissy bar from back in the day. Like, you probably ordered it with this bike. It says Honda right on the hardware of it. It's got the rack on the back and like a cool design off the top. I mean, it's cool. It fits the bike well, in my opinion. And if you want your lady on the back, she's got a huge backrest to lean up against, and it's pretty cool, pretty groovy. So I really like this bike too, but it's kind of taken up some room at this point, and I don't have much of a plan for it as far as riding it or whatever. So yeah, it's got to go, but we'll be sad to see her go. She's a cool bike, and I was real excited when this popped up and I found it and got to meet the guy. It was a good story, good experience, and just overall a nice bike. So I'm gonna get this one pushed up to the garage too. Oh, you fat pig. Okay, here's the last bike. This is an 88 Honda NX650. I don't know why I've always liked these. Maybe because they're so ugly. They only made them for 2 years, so you don't see many of them. But I just think it's cool. It's basically a XR650 with a fairing on the front. And they mostly only made them in Europe, it sounded like, or overseas. It's only a couple years in the States, but always kind of wanted one. One popped up local. Guy was basically selling off his entire collection of bikes. He had some cool stuff, and this was in there, and the price was right. The bike has 10,000 miles, and it's, I mean, to me, could pass for, it's an 88 that you could probably tell someone was a 2008, you know, if they didn't know what this was. It looks great. Maybe newer than that. It really looks nice, you know, so I was pumped on this. This doesn't need much. It needs to be cleaned. It needs the battery charged, and I need to put new blinkers on it because the original ones were dry rotted. And that should be about it. Other than that, this bike is stock, and it's sweet. I don't really want to sell this one. I really like this bike, but if it just sits around, it doesn't make sense either. You know what I mean? So, all right, it's the last one. Let's get inside. Look at that beauty. All right, sweet. The bikes are in the garage. They're back in the warmth. It was getting too cold out there for them. We got them in here. Hopefully in the next week or so, we'll have another video of some of the stuff we're gonna start tearing apart. Not tearing apart, but tearing into the Triumph a little bit. Probably get the Honda listed online. And so keep an eye on that. I'll let you guys know where that'll be. And the NX, we got a couple little things for her to get her ready for the spring, and hopefully nobody wants to buy that thing. Thanks for tuning in on this winter day. No one could hang out with me and play with motorcycles, so hopefully somebody out there can enjoy it along with me as we tinker with these bikes. So thank you guys. I will see you guys next time. Peace.